Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Aquarius August 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the sun, moon, and ascendant. Anyway, people, first thing up is, as far as August goes, the sun will be in Leo from the 1st until the 23rd, so the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. At this time, there may be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on partnerships, relationships, open adversaries, a grandmother, perhaps even. Also negotiation, compromise, collaborating with others on projects. It could be business partnerships. It could also be legalities, legal issues at this time as well, even competition. Now, given that this is Leo energy, this may be done with a lot of pride, a lot of dignity, a lot of that Leo-like ferocity, perhaps a lot of generosity, and perhaps even with people that just others in general. A lot of this in near inexorable, indefatigable Leo energy. Now, in some cases, this may shine the light, so to speak, on a Leo open adversary. It could be, or a legal opponent could be a Leo, sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Leo-like characteristics. So there could be a lot of that focus on 7th house matters at this time, and also maybe even a focus on dominating in competition, whether it might be sports or something of an intellectual nature or what have you. Next thing up. Well, as far as August goes, the sun will be in Virgo from the 23rd until the 31st. So the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, there could be a strong focus, concentration of energy, and attention put on sexual, intimate relationships, sex in general, insurance, taxes, perhaps transformation, regeneration, rebirth, emotional, moral, monetary support, even death in some cases. It could be credit card issues, debt, anything that could be 8th house related, even psychology or even matters with the occult, astrology, and supernatural. If you're in astrology, this might be a time where you might even have more focus on it, more so than usual. And given that this is Virgo energy, this may be done by being very punctilious with details, with a lot of industry, hard work, be done very laboriously, done also, and with a lot of being very systematic and methodical as well, and in a very perfunctory way, perhaps as well. In this case, now in some cases, this might. I mean, when you look at this, this could be. Looking at this kind of energy. I mean, this could be a strong focus on perhaps a Virgo sexual partner. It could be a Virgo sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Virgo-like characteristics. So anyway, and also in some cases, remember that the sun can rule, a sun rules the left or right eye depending on gender, and the 8th house is the house of surgery. So in some cases, this could be about some kind of eye issue that it could be surgical. It could be something. I mean, Virgo energy is very hard working, so it might be where one is maybe straining more than the other, or one is working a little bit harder in contrast to the other. So anyway, next thing up. There will be a full moon in Aquarius on August 15th. So the 1st house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, in some cases, this could be about really, when you're talking about full moons in astrology and the 1st house, I mean, the full moons can represent an ending of something, but it could be, where it could lead to a new beginning. This could be the end of some kind of maybe a erratic or sporadic situation you might have had with someone you knew, maybe from your early childhood, and it might free you up to some perhaps a new beginning. perhaps, and in some cases too, this could be where maybe you did something with the physical body and using perhaps very strong electronic computer technology. Given this is Aquarius energy, it could have been done in working out vigorously, getting your body, changing your body this way. And it could be a time where that comes to an end or completion. And also, too, I mean, when you look at full moons in astrology, this could be about a time where one becomes full, tired, or exasperated at something. This could be a time where one may become tired, full, exasperated, perhaps an overly idiosyncratic, rebellious, nonconforming, even bizarre, eccentric. It could be a grandmother. It could be a person you may have known from your early childhood, even somebody that may have been instrumental, played an integral role in new beginnings for you. Could also be at a time too. Another way that this may manifest is that full moons in astrology could be revelations or unveilings. This could be about perhaps a revelation or unveiling, maybe within yourself, that maybe you have more innovative or ingenious qualities than you even realized before, an ability to even be more independent or freedom oriented. It might be then you realize it could be where you become more cognizant of this at this time, or even some kind of, also could be some oddity or peculiarity perhaps with a grandmother or someone you knew from your early childhood, somebody that might have played an integral role in your outlook, or even even in matters with your really and how you just in just yourself in general, and how you are as a person, just and anyway, next thing up, there will be a new moon in Virgo on August 30th. So the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, some cases this could be about something you may start where it might be in connection with some major change or transformation, whether it might be physical or something else. It could be done with a lot of industry, a lot of hard work, a very systematic and methodical manner. Could also be where it might be some start of some kind of doing something connected with analytical psychology, or being very analytical regarding maybe astrology in some cases. It could be a time too where it could be the start or beginning of maybe a Virgo connection as far as a sexual or deep connection goes. It could be with a Virgo sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Virgo characteristics at this time. So anyway, next thing up, Mercury will be in Cancer as far as August goes, from the 1st until the 11th. So the 6th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, you might find yourself dealing with really very emotional communications, perhaps with an aunt or an uncle, people prominent in your daily routine, people prominent in your health life. It could be matters where you're very sensitive to criticism and ridicule with these people as well. Could also be where you might be communicating about some Cancerian health-related issues, such as something with the chest, the breast area, maybe ulcers, or something with the stomach at this time. And even it might be a time where you might be doing some writing as far as employment goes. It could be where you're kind of reflecting or reminiscing about the past, maybe some writing about home or family at this time, cooking, anything that could be Cancerian related. And also too, as I've stated previously, Mercury can also be about siblings. This could be about Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Cancerian characteristics that might figure more prominent in your daily routine, your health life, maybe your employment in some cases, maybe matters with an aunt or an uncle, and even service rendered. And as I've stated before too, Mercury can also be about neighbors. This could manifest perhaps in very nurturing, sympathetic, caring neighbors that maybe want to be service oriented, or maybe very concerned regarding your health at this time in your employment. So anyway, next thing up, Mercury will be in Leo as far as August goes, from the 11th until the 29th. So the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, Well, you might find yourself at this time dominating conversations, perhaps with others in general, a grandmother, a significant other. It could be very conversations where you have to be careful where you don't exhibit over, being overly arrogant or acting like you know it all about whatever subject it is you're talking about with seventh house people. Hold on a moment, people. So, anyway, well, also, too, I mean, not just about dominating conversations with these people, yet this could be something too where you may talk with a lot of confidence, a lot of self-assuredness, perhaps about dealing with open adversaries, legal matters, uh, dealing with partnership situations such as business partnership situations. It could also be, as I've stated before, Mercury can also be about siblings. This could be about Leo, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Leo traits that might figure strongly in legal matters. It could be helping you deal with open enemies at this time. Maybe your relationships in general. It could be even matters with competition as well. And also, too, Mercury can be about neighbors. So this could be about perhaps know-it-all neighbors that think they might know more than you do. They could be come across rather arrogant, egotistical, and act like they know more than you do about what you should do as far as your relationships go, or some legal matter, or anything seventh house related, a negotiation, or making some kind of compromise with somebody. So anyway, next thing up, Mercury will be in Virgo as far as August goes, from the 29th until the 31st. So the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, in some cases, this could be about very analytical conversations regarding astrology, the supernatural, the occult, even psychological matters in some cases. It could be a time, too, where you might be speaking in a way where it might be more pedantic, a little bit more so than usual, very verbose regarding eighth house matters such as insurance or taxes, and again, astrology, supernatural, the occult, psychology, and even more analytical, detail-oriented communications with an intimate or someone you're in an intimate or sexual relationship with. Now, also too, this could, as I've stated before, Mercury can also be about siblings. This could be about Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Virgo traits, the people that might be very where they could be at this time where they could be figuring very prominently, perhaps in you making a major change or transformation, emotional, moral, monetary support, um, and even crisis issues. And a lot of this, whether they're more beneficial or to your detriment, a lot of that could be predicated and dependent on aspects this makes to points in your chart. If it makes, let's say, positive aspect to Jupiter, they might actually be very beneficial in 8th house matters. But if it's like, say, an adverse aspect to your natal Saturn, it might actually go the other way and might cause loss or some kind of dejection or sorrow in these matters. So, and also, too, I mean, you could really be thinking at this time, I mean, Mercury in Virgo is, again, very detail-oriented, very punctilious with details, very analytical, but thinking very systematically and methodically about making a major change or transformation at this time, perhaps, and even in matters in shared resources situations even. So anyway, last but not least, Venus will be in Leo. Venus will be in Leo as far as August goes, from the 1st until the 21st. So the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, at this time, Aquarius, if you are unattached, you may connect with a Leo, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Leo characteristics. It could be somebody that might ultimately lead to a marriage situation. It is in that house of marriage, so this is a very good time. It could be a very good time for you as far as relationships in general as well. It could also be a time too where this could manifest in some cases as extravagant spending on legal matters at this time, or even with a grandmother or someone you're in you're maybe a significant other in some cases. Now, could also be about loving very loudly, proudly, and demonstratively as far as a significant other goes at this time. But you may also find yourself spending a lot again on legal issues. It could be also too where at this time you may be valuing very strongly valuing courage, valor, fortitude, um, perhaps in matters with open adversaries, and also dealing with legal issues, and also valuing generosity and magnanimous energy, perhaps with others in general. And as far as what you're doing for other people, it could be a grandmother, and just others in general, a significant other in some cases. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my Aquarius August 2019 horoscope forecast part 1 of 2. And stay tuned next time where I'll be giving you my Aquarius August 2019 horoscope forecast part 2 of 2. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.